Welcome to Net Zero. My name is Salmah Musa. Luxembourg's government has made a commitment to mainstream the principle of environmental sustainability across all of its activities. How is this country doing in its race to net zero? Thomas Schoos is the Director of Strategy and Communication at the Ministry of Environment, Climate and Sustainable Development in Luxembourg. He is also the personal advisor to the Luxembourg's Minister of Environment, Climate and Sustainable Development. I am pleased to welcome Thomas Schoos to Net Zero. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
Luxembourg's government made a commitment to mainstream the principle of environmental sustainability across all of its activities. In 2021, a new environment and climate change strategy was drawn up to strengthen this mainstreaming. What progress have you made to date in terms of integrating environmental programs post-COVID-19?
What we call a sustainability check. And this is something we created here in Luxembourg, which has sort of two dimensions. One is about checking all the laws that are being made on their sustainability dimension. So basically, it's sort of a checklist that lawmakers have at their disposal, and now by law it is an obligation to run the law proposals and the projects that are on the way through this checklist to see, is it really actually getting us closer to that goal that we have of becoming more sustainable.
Can you comment on the major challenges you're facing in your country and the most important lessons you're learning about transitioning to environmentally sustainable, low emissions and climate resilient pathways?
We're learning that we have to take care more of consumption patterns and not just production optimization and technological innovation. I think many people were hoping we can handle this problem just by innovating and by talking to business leaders and getting them to invest in stuff. No, it's very much also about overconsumption and about consumption habits and where that healthy balance that I was talking about is already way over out of balance, and how we can policy-wise, what can we do to positively impact that consumer behavior.
Climate adaptation in developing countries needs to be a global priority. What do you believe is the solution to this problem?
We're small countries, so we're maybe not always the biggest, the loudest voice, but still we are among the climate ambitious countries, the like-minded countries in this respect, and part of those groups also at the COPs that plead for more speed, for more consequential policies, and really pushing through. I think one issue with the adaptation project is that it was comparably easy to finance innovation projects in reducing, solar and wind and these things, because there's a return on these things. So for investors, they can see money getting back. So it's just about, okay, I understand that this is the way forward, but still I'm getting money out of it. So why not do it? In Bangladesh, for instance, we're doing in the coastal areas, mangrove plantations, so they can stabilize the coastal areas, because they have so many storms and so many flooding all the time that you need to be able to protect the residential areas in some way. And there's nature-based solutions for that. And so on hundreds of hectares, we're doing these projects that have already shown to really consolidate the soil. And so, but there's no, let's say, private investment money that's easily to be made in these things. So that makes it a little bit more difficult.
The youth continue to adopt conventional and innovative ways to contribute to the climate crisis. Can you speak about the youth in your country? What kind of activism and entrepreneurialism by young people are you seeing in your own country? And how is this helping in the race to net zero?
We have a platform that we've created, which is basically like a dialogue, like a forum,
All right,
where we try to where we try to integrate. So we include all the different interest groups of society. You know, there's lobby groups for industry, there's youth groups, there's trade unions. This platform is there to make sure that whatever the state is trying to do in terms of climate, that is being discussed beforehand, and that people can, you know, put up their hand and say, hey, we're not happy with this, and to understand where are the pressure points. The youth is, through this platform, is associated in those works, and we have one representative from Youth for Climate, so from the Greta movement, here the Luxembourgish wing of that movement, and then we have one representative of the schools, so basically the high school students. They have a sort of a national committee, and they also send a representative. So we have personal relationship, let's say, with these youngsters.
Thank you very much for sharing your time and perspectives today. They were truly enlightening. This is climate activist Salmah Musa. I add my voice to the voices of my Net Zero International youth peers to monitor the actions of our world's leaders to achieve their net zero commitments. Together, we can achieve net zero.